everyone, and welcome to Miss Temple's apartment. Yay! Happy Interview Tuesday. Today I have an illustrator. Her name is Shayna Piascik, and I cannot wait for you to see her work. It is so fun. Here's our interview. Can't wait for you to see. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Miss Temple's apartment. Yay! Happy Interview Tuesday. I'm here with my friend Shayna Piascik. I cannot wait for you to meet her. She's an illustrator. Hi, Shayna.
Hi.
Sheena, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So
And
nice to see you.
I have a few things I want to show you. So, my name is Shayna Piascik. Um, I did not draw this. My husband drew this. He's better at drawing letters than I am, but I really think it represents me and the style of work that I like to do.
Cool.
Um, I've always wanted to be an artist. This is from an interview when I was student of the month in first grade. They asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said I wanted to be an artist. That's all I knew. I
Yeah.
didn't know that illustration was a job or a career that I could eventually pursue. All I knew is that I liked looking at pictures a lot, and it happened to be a lot of illustration. I just didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
And this is some of the work that I liked looking at when I was a kid. I watched a lot of cartoons on Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold was one of my favorite cartoons.
I love Hey
Um,
Arnold.
I still quote it like a lot, way too often.
Stupid.
Uh,
Okay, keep going.
and I really liked really bright, fun, whimsical stuff. And as kitschy as it is, I really liked Lisa Frank.
Yeah.
I love how she uses like all of the colors,
Yeah.
and it's like beyond happy. There's
Yeah.
rainbows and butterflies and bubbles and animals, and I just love all of that. And I would always try copying
Yeah.
her work that was on like my notebooks and my backpacks and all of that.
Mm.
um, I also loved coloring, but the thing is any coloring book that I had, I would draw my own thing in like the empty spaces.
Yeah. I
um,
know that life.
I also loved Disney movies. All of my friends had like hundreds of children's books, but I didn't really read that much. I still don't. I watched a lot of cartoons, and
Yeah.
my grandma subscribed me to this like monthly VHS club. So every month in the mail, I would get like a new Disney movie, and ended up with
God,
like
I wish I knew about this.
I ended up with like 130 movies.
Wow, zowies.
And when I would go to my dad's and my grandma's, all I would do all day is just watch cartoon animated movies.
Yeah.
The picture in the middle on the bottom is a background painting by Claude Coates, who did a lot of work for like Pinocchio and Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
And so this is one of those. I just, again, I didn't know it was a job at the time. I just really
Yeah.
liked looking at the pictures. One of the children's books I was really into was Maurice Sendak's Where the Wild Things Are.
The
I loved
beautiful one.
the characters and just like the storytelling that the images tell.
Yeah.
Um, and now I still look at a lot of pictures, but um, a lot of the artists that I'm influenced by kind of capture that same fun and whimsical feel. One
Yeah.
of my favorite artists is Mary Blair. Um,
Okay.
Again, with Disney, she was a concept artist for Alice in Wonderland and Peter
Yep.
Pan and Cinderella. She was also one of the first women artists at Disney.
Yeah. That's the best.
And she's responsible for bringing all of like the really fun, colorful work into their movies.
Yeah, she also did a lot with Art Deco kind of that Art Deco kind of look, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And she designed the It's a Small World ride at Disney.
Oh yeah. Yes, I knew that. I knew that. That's awesome.
So now you're gonna have that song stuck in your head
No,
forever.
yeah. I think actually some of my students are singing that song with their music teacher. It's
Oh, fun.
yeah. So these are the artists that inspire you. I love this. Um, do you find that your work has changed over the years, like from looking at stuff like this, and then what makes you look at this now versus what you were growing up with?
So, growing up, I was always like praised for like being able to draw.
Yeah,
And everybody who was in my family was telling me that because I drew something that looked like it did in real life, that meant I was good.
yeah,
So I kind of like subconsciously embraced that. And my goal for a very long time was just drawing things and trying to make them look like they did in real life. And I got better and better at that. And I went to art school and kind of like honed in a bunch of those foundational classical skills of like making things look like they did in real life.
yeah.
And then after art school, I was exposed to a lot more. And artists like Mary Blair and Ronald Searle and Al Hirschfeld.
I love Al Hirschfeld.
Yeah, and I what I love about their work is how much energy is in it, and I noticed that like my work was really stiff looking,
That's fair.
so I wanted to loosen up and I wanted to draw like they drew and capture that like gesture and the energy and not care that it might not look like it does in real life.
Which is something I tell my kids all the time.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
actually think that there's like I don't know, there's we're artists and we can capture stuff that photos don't.
yeah,
So why not and do it in a way if it's consistent and clean, it'll still be marketable and people will relate and react to it.
yeah, I agree 100%. So, do you want to show us some of your work?
Sure.
I'd love to see.
I think I just have one more page of things
Oh,
that
sure, let's do it.
inspire me. I collect old dishes, which is weird, but
Ooh,
a lot of the stuff I collect is from the same time that Mary Blair was working or Al Hirschfeld, which is like the mid-century, and they had really cool illustrations on them. So this is some of the stuff that I have that inspires me, and it's just like a non-traditional vehicle, I guess, for being,
yeah.
like who would have thought that I'd be inspired by dishes? But look at this stuff.
Well, it's got an aesthetic. There's something about it that draws you in, and I can understand why somebody would be attracted to this, because look at how beautiful they are in such a simple way.
Yeah. I,
Yeah,
I just love how like whimsical and simple they are. And they're artists behind that. So that's like another place that you can put your art eventually.
yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I love it.
so pretty much what I try to do is draw what I like.
Yeah,
Because it is hard to get past that like voice in your brain that's asking is are other people gonna like this, especially with social media where like you're striving for people to see your work and people to like it. It's
yeah,
hard to like move beyond that and get out of your own head and just draw what you like.
I agree.
So I that's just what I like to draw a lot, but it's hard for me to just sometimes get started because I don't know what to draw. When I really do know what to draw, I just need to draw what I like.
Yeah, and I agree with that 100%. That's amazing. What you got to do.
So I like to draw food.
I love food. Okay, this grilled cheese is making me so hungry.
Funny because I was drawing a pizza yesterday and it was like early afternoon, and it made me want pizza so bad that I ordered pizza for dinner.
That's what it does. It's inspiring to your head and to your eyes and to your stomach. It's amazing.
And it's so weird. Like, this is such a simple drawing of grilled cheese, but it's one of my favorite
Yeah,
drawings.
I love it.
And again, I'm like trying to like stay loose and be cartoony. And
Yeah. So,
another
Shayna, what
thing
are you using to draw this?
that is, I work almost exclusively on my iPad with an Apple Pencil.
Yeah.
And it's actually helped me to draw more than I ever have before, because when I'm painting in real life, it's almost like too precious. I'm afraid of messing up, or I'm afraid of having to start over. And it has a lot to do also with like your studio environment, and
Yeah.
like taking the time to go sit at your desk and get everything out and prepped, and then again that fear of like messing up. So drawing on my iPad, I can sit on my couch at night watching TV, and
Yeah.
if I mess up, I can erase it, or I can press undo.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm a lot more willing to take risks this way,
Huh.
because I'm not worried about messing up.
Interesting. It's such an interesting thing. No, it's like low stakes, like
Yeah, and it's
yeah,
fun, because what's the point of not trying something new?
exactly.
And there are so many resources that allow you to experiment and try new things with
Yeah.
the iPad. So this was done in, I think, Adobe Draw.
Okay.
And this is some more food.
Oh my God. I love it so much. I
I
really love the
really like that cheeseburger too.
it's a fun cheeseburger.
Yeah,
These are awesome.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I also like drawing animals a lot.
Oh my gosh.
This is my dog Bluey,
Hi, Bluey.
and that pattern around him is actually from one of my dishes.
Nice. No, it works so well with him.
Yeah. So the pattern is called Spring Blossom, and I don't know, he's just always so cheery and happy, and he's such a sweet boy.
Oh, I love him.
So I try to like simplify shapes and connect lines where I might not normally connect them. So you
Yeah.
can see like his toes. If this was like 5 or 10 years ago, I'd be like looking at a bunch of pictures of dogs' feet to see how they are in real life and try to like draw them perfectly. But now I'm just like trying to loosen up and not be worried about that kind of stuff, and it makes it fun.
It also like gives it a different kind of aesthetic. It really like it feels like he's got claws in there too, you know?
Yeah. So here's some more animals that I like to draw.
Oh, they're so cute. I
Uh,
love the turtle. Thumbs up.
and similar to that like dish that had like the mushrooms on it,
Yeah.
I like really like intricate and delicate line work. So like the little circles in the fish, or the lines on the tail of the bird,
Really
um,
nice.
or like the shell on the turtle. I just like getting, it's like almost mindless in a way, where I can get my drawing down and then spend a bunch of time noodling with little lines.
Yeah, I love these. I love them so much. Oh, Shayna, these are so beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So
I'm
you
so
can see that I like drawing like fun and silly stuff. Nothing's ever too serious.
except for that cat's face.
Yeah, that's actually my cat in real life.
I love it. I love it. Shayna, I'm so thankful that you were able to do this interview with me. This is so great. So why don't we stop sharing our screen, and why don't we talk about for a second um, if my friends have any questions for you, would you be okay if I let them send some questions your way?
Absolutely.
Great. And if they want to follow you on Instagram, what could they search for?
Just my name. It's Shayna Piascik on Instagram, and that's mostly I post a lot of my work on Instagram.
Great. I am so thankful for you coming on Interview Tuesdays. And friends, don't forget, if you would like to send any pictures to me or to Shayna, you can send them to me at htemple@schools.nyc.gov, and then I'll send them to Shayna. Shayna, thank you again so much.
Thank you.
See you guys later. I hope you enjoyed my interview with Shayna. She is so great. If you have any questions for Shayna, you can send them to me at htemple@schools.nyc.gov, and I'll send them to Shayna. She would love to hear from you. Can't wait to see what you think. See you later.